What's up, guys? Welcome back to another electric skateboard video. I'm Mike Beard, and today we're taking a closer look at balancing and centering our wheels, whether you got brand new wheels or you reinstalled your old wheels. Either way, if you're getting some gnarly vibrations or your wheels just don't feel balanced, go through these steps and you will have a much better time riding and way better performance out of your tires. So what is centering? What is balancing? Centering is making sure the actual hub is centered within the tire, and then balancing is finding the high point of the actual tire itself. So here I'm going to put on a tire that is definitely not centered and not balanced at all, and give it a spin, and you guys can see that it's quite wobbly. You can actually see this internal bead line like way not and all centered on the hub. You can see there's definitely up and down shaking. Not great. Despite being really nice aluminum CNC hubs, we're still not looking very good. So clearly it's something to do with our installation here. So now I want to show you on a worse quality hub how good we can make it if we take the time to install these properly. So now let me spin this one. Look at that. Look at the difference. There's very minimal movement. The tire's this small, there's going to be some sort of movement, but look at how nice and true that's spinning. The bead line looks very consistent there. It looks really good. But how do we actually get there? That's what we're going to do next. The first step that we usually do is we grab our tire and our hubs, and we're going to half install our hubs without any sort of tube inside of them. So we're just going to kind of put these in here. Again, we usually try to do this stuff in real time so you guys can see. Okay, all right, so my hub is pressed together. It's ready to go. There's no tube inside of it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put it on our skateboard, and we're going to kind of give it a light spin, and we're going to see, as you can see, it's going back and forth, and eventually it's going to stop moving. You can kind of help it stop a little bit. So there you go. So now what we know now for sure is gravity doesn't lie. So right here, over this bottom section, that's our heavy spot. So what we can do is we can take our Sharpie here and we can just give a little bit of a line there. We can kind of mark it. I didn't mark it very well, but there you go. Kind of like right there. I'm looking at it on the side, all right? You should definitely do this. Here, I'll do a longer line. Oh man, this is so difficult. There we go. Okay, do this looking straight at it. Don't look over the side of it. You'll get a better line than I did, but as you can see, you can tell what I'm doing, right? I'm going to add a line to the bottom here to indicate where the heavy spot is. So now what we can do is we can take this off and we can actually add our tube inside of it. And what we can do now is we'll put our valve stem on the opposite side of our lines. So I cleaned up my line here for you guys so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. So we've got our line here with our heavy spot of our tire. We've positioned the valve stem directly opposite of that. So now what we can do is reinstall our hubs so that we're honestly 90% of the way of getting this assembled minus the hardware. So we'll make sure this snaps together. Okay, so now we've got an entire tire ready to go minus the hardware. So now when we put this thing on, what we should see now is that the stem and the line should be pretty much parallel from each other because we're counterbalancing the weight. So I'm going to give it some help to kind of stop a little earlier. That's perfect. Look at that. Hell yeah. So there we go. Exact opposite. Now don't be so concerned if it's not perfect. Like if it was like here or here, that's fine. But what you don't want to see is it way down here or way up there. Then you clearly don't have it balanced enough. So generally center straight across. Horizontal line is what you're looking for. And that's pretty much what we have right there. So that looks really good. So from here, we can put our hardware in and install the rest of it. But we also do want to make sure that we're making sure this thing is center as well. So one thing a lot of us when we do this is we'll put this on our board and the hardware will be in it, and then we'll just inflate the tire with the whole weight of our board pressing down. And what that does is it pushes the tire down off center of our hub. So it's actually better if you can visually place your hub center of that inner bead line. Try to get it as center as you can. Push your hardware in and then leave the tire horizontal on a table and then fill it with air and then install on your board. Then install on your board. From there, it'll be usually much more centered. So that's what we have done on this one. So that's kind of how we get from totally not assembled to generally leveled and centered and balance. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, that's how we go from here to here. Hopefully this video helped you guys figure out how to balance and center your tires and hubs. Again, if this video is at all helpful, please consider taking a look at our shop and picking yourself up a set of Nova tires. Really helps fund videos like this. We can keep making them, keep educating you guys, keep making your boards run better. So again, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one.